What was I passionate about in high school? I was passionate about sports. I was passionate about band. I was in the band when I was here. I was also passionate about friendships, maintaining friendships, and I was also passionate about school. Came to class. And believe it or not, you come to class and you achieve your goals. I was pretty much in a couple of the AP classes when I first started here. Towards the end of my high school career, it was just one AP class. It's not like today's kids that are in several AP classes, but it was tough. It was tough to achieve those goals. People who fulfill their hopes and dreams are always going to be more successful. I see you have to be passionate about what you want to achieve. If you want to aim for the fence on some sort of idea that's far out there, go for it. I say go for it. Why not? Life is too short not to go for it. My father has a saying, says there's nothing like wasted talent. And I strongly believe that. You have to just use all the talents that you do have and try to achieve those hopes and dreams, I guess.
The one thing I was very passionate about in high school was athletics. I played volleyball, softball, and basketball. I never had like 2 seconds to do it. Well, homework. Of course I did a lot of homework. But not a lot of time to do anything else. Loved it. I tried my hardest. I was a team player. I did everything that the coaches asked. I was a really good team player. And I always did my homework. I always did everything that I was supposed to do. And that, it helped me achieve my goal. In my senior year, guess what I was?
Athlete of the year.
Athlete of the year, were you?
I was too.
We were both Athlete of the Year. I had some problems with statistics. I had to take in order to get into the PE profession, I had to take some really hard classes, and that was beyond high school, but I had my goals. I was all ready to do it, and I got a tutor, and I think I had to take it twice, but I did it. That was my goal. I love my job. I think there's a lot of people out there that don't like what they do, and that is part of the reason is that they give up or they think there's obstacles or something like that. You just need to go for it. You need to do what you really want that makes you happy.
Athletics. I eventually ended up getting a scholarship to go to this school right here, but I did participate in basketball, football, and track. I stayed in school. I attended every single class. I never cut, ever. I definitely did my homework. I worked out as much as possible. I tried to balance sports, social life, all that good stuff. But in high school, football was my main focus. Obstacles, yes. Girls, school, girls, and girls. I'm in a position now where I'm getting my master's degree and I'm getting my teaching credentials, and I find it's a lot. I have a reason to live. I have a reason to to achieve your hopes and dreams. I would say prioritize. You got to know what's the most important thing to you, and the most important thing that's going to allow you to get what you're searching for.
Besides my social life and my car, going to college to become a teacher, actually. I worked really hard in school, and I just made sure that I did my homework, I stayed on top of my grades, and I would go and talk to my counselor about exactly what I needed to do to get to college, and I had like a list of steps. And it starts with, honestly, setting goals, like having that goal and knowing that all the way through high school kept me focused. I really struggled with math in high school. I took algebra twice. I hate to admit that, but I do tell my students that all the time because they come in often, my freshmen, and talk about how hard algebra is, and I can sympathize because I had to take it twice. I didn't make it through geometry, so I had a really, really hard time with math, so I had to really work at that once I got to college to overcome it. People who have hopes and dreams, one, and then fulfill them, two, are happier. Their lives are fuller, richer, and you can just tell that they're enjoying themselves. People who don't have dreams or haven't fulfilled them yet, have a restlessness about them, or they just seem to be drifting along. Set goals and stick with them, no matter how hard it is. If you want to achieve something, you can. I would recommend reading a couple of books about that. The Alchemist, which all of my ninth graders read every year. It's incredibly motivating, and it's all about what happens when you have a dream and you stick to going after it. And I would also read The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, because it's also a book about setting goals, having the right mindset, and sticking with that. And if you do that, then you can achieve whatever it is you want.
My name's Solitaire Miguel, and I graduated in 2003. At Woodside, I was exposed to many things, one being the SOS, Students Offering Support Program. Woodside seemed to value the youth and try to find opportunities to empower the students. And I got to learn multiple perspectives from a diverse group of people, which was really quite an advantage, being exposed to that. And now in adulthood, having that experience, it's made me feel more confident with work with creative collaborations, and I'm really glad I got that head start. If I didn't take video production, I wouldn't have known I had a passion for video editing, or if I hadn't tried out and joined the cheerleading team, I wouldn't have known how much I love to yell and throw people in the air. If you were just learning an instrument and you had some friends that you were starting a band with, they'd say, yeah, go bring your gear and play in the quad in front of everyone. Yeah, sure, we'll support you. Good foundation for later on in life.
Let's see, I was passionate about sports that I did here. Until my senior year, I got injured, but I was an athlete until I was a senior. I would say spending time with friends. I was really into music and going to concerts and stuff like that. And playing in the band here. I did that all 4 years. That was probably one of the best things I did. Worked hard. I probably could have worked harder than I did. But I got good enough grades to go to a 4-year college. So, worked hard enough to get into college. And I would say showing up is like number one, just going to school and being there. Yeah. Probably to never give up. So my husband didn't graduate undergraduate school until he was 40. So it took him a long time. And he did it. He was going here and there, but just to never get up, and it's never too late to fulfill your dreams.
Woodside helped me not to be afraid to get out of my comfort zone and try things that I normally wouldn't have.
Woodside High School helped me be more involved in my community.
Woodside High School helped me become the person that I am today.
Woodside High School helped me figure out what I wanted to do with life.
I think for me it was literature and drama and then movie making, for sure.
Yeah, for me, my passions in high school were drama, making videos, and backpacking.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah. In high school, I was passionate about tennis and student government. I just love student government.
You were in every club.
I was in a lot of clubs. I remember I would get to school at 7 in the morning for jazz band, and one day I didn't show up and they elected me jazz band captain. I was like, why did you do that? I can't do this. I'm already the president of 3 other clubs. I just remember one of my main goals was just to have a really good time and try not to look too stupid. And I failed in the second one for sure. But yeah, one of my main goals was to just have a really good time with everything that I did in high school. So if I was playing tennis, I was having a good time. If I was when I was student body president, I decided to really embrace the various challenges. I remember we had a problem with graffiti in the bathrooms at school, and so we got together a bunch of students over the weekend and we painted the bathrooms with fun designs. And so we took this challenge and we used a fun, creative way to solve it. And afterwards, the bathroom stopped getting graffiti. And so I'd say really to achieve our goals, which I know that my goal was kind of to enjoy the process, was to take each challenge and insert a little fun and creativity into it.
I think my goal in high school was probably to see things from another side, to see things from not the mainstream side. And I think that making movies and being part of like the artsy things helped with that. It gave me an alternate view of reality, like whether it was Shakespeare's view of reality. That really helped me not look at things from the alpha jock view of reality, which is what I was against in high school.
I really wanted to be part of student government. And so in 6th grade, before high school, I ran for student representative a couple times, lost. 7th grade, I ran 2 more times, lost. 8th grade, ran for school president, lost both times. And then freshman year, ran for president again, lost. So I was so used to losing, but by the time I ran for sophomore class president and won, it was like a surprise. So I came across, obviously a lot of losing before eventually winning a spot in student government, which is what I really wanted. And then I lost again junior year. I was not junior president, but then senior year.
Glory be.
Glory be. Yes. Luckily, I had learned by then how to run a successful campaign. So sometimes it just takes trying things over and over and over again.
I don't know, like, I never dreamed that I would become a video blogger, because video blogging didn't exist when I was in high school, you know? And then when I was 27, I started doing some video blogs, and all of a sudden that turned into a career in filmmaking, and that's something that I never would have known, and my parents never would have known, and my teachers never would have known. It just happened, and I stayed open to it. So, I mean, in terms of like how to attain goals, I would say just stay open to the ever-changing reality.
I remember being in high school, and I was 17 years old, and I was looking at a guitar, and both my brothers were really good at guitar. They'd started when they were 12 or 13, and I thought, I'm 17. It's too late for me to start learning the guitar. I'll never be good. I'm 17. Kids, life is very long. It is not too late to start anything. If you're interested in making film, and you haven't made one piece, if you haven't even picked up a camera, even though you all have because you have smartphones, it's not too late. You can become a writer. When you're in high school, all of life is still ahead of you. So that's something that I would love to have heard in high school. Somebody saying, whatever you're thinking of, whatever you want to do, you are still at the very beginning, and it's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Wow. Advice.
Listen to your heart. Find out what your actual... Because I would actually say, even though I've had a very circuitous course, my heart, what I was making movies about and writing about and thinking about in high school, is the same as me now. And in many ways, the closer I am to doing those type of things, making that type of film, the happier I am now. So finding that authentic thing that's uniquely you is the most important. And then protecting that as you leave, and trying out lots of things and everything, but keeping that thing prioritized. I think that's the crucial point.
My name is Victor Anguiano. I graduated from Woodside High School in 2012, and I really want to thank Woodside for everything they did for me when I was there, allowing me to play soccer while also taking video production courses. Soccer has always been a big part of my life. Sports in general have been a big part of my life. I've always wanted to stay connected to sports, but sometimes you are not the luckiest in terms of talent. So you need to find different career paths. So film has played a huge part in my life, because since I was a young kid, I always wanted to stay connected to sports. And film, it's a way for me to stay connected to both realms of my life, which are sports and now film. And I developed this idea when I was a senior that I wanted to be a sports reporter. And so, till this day, that continues to be the career path I've chosen for myself. And I'm glad to say I'm a year away from graduating from San Francisco State University with a degree in broadcasting. And thanks to the support, really, the support in the classes Woodside offered, I was able to develop this idea and this this lifestyle for myself, and I really wouldn't know where I would be without Woodside High School.